Less than 72 hours this morning until the Super Bowl 49 matchup is set. Sunday is do or die for the Colts, Patriots, Packers, and Seahawks. CBS Sports NFL analyst Bill Cowher led the Pittsburgh Steelers to 2 Super Bowls as head coach, winning 1. Good morning.
Good morning. You know, I was just telling Gail earlier, I said, I've also lost 4 of these championship games as well. So, and I always thought, and I was telling Gail, I said, the pressure to win this game this week, to me, is more than the pressure to win the Super Bowl. Because you're that, you know, you go to the Super Bowl and you go through the fanfare, and there's finality to that game, whether you win or lose. But this game, you're so close. There'll be a lot of pressure this week.
Let's go to Patriots and Colts. Andrew Luck has become a great quarterback.
He is. I mean, what we're watching before our eyes, I mean, for 3 straight years, they've gone to the playoffs. They've won their division the last 2. He goes in to Denver, where they lost week 1, goes against Peyton in that offense, and he puts up big numbers, brings his team now to go against Tom Brady,
who has a very good record in playoffs.
Bill Belichick and Tom Brady together, they've been pretty good.
So I hear people talking about the passing of a torch. Do you see that?
I think so. I mean, it's a very natural progression. I think when you look at the fact that 2 of the 4 quarterbacks, Russell Wilson, Andrew Luck, in their 3rd year, and now you talk about Tom Brady, 37 years old, Aaron Rodgers kind of in the middle there with 31 years old. But it's very encouraging. I just think it's a natural progression taking place. And I think Russell Wilson and Andrew Luck, these could be playoff perennials, I think, in the upcoming years. Let's
talk about the other big matchup, of course, the Seahawks versus the Packers. What do you think there?
Well, I think Aaron Rodgers' health, he doesn't, you know, he's got a calf injury. He moved around okay last week. I think Eddie Lacy.
He played incredibly well.
Oh, he's an incredible quarterback. I mean, the guy can throw the ball even within that pocket, but you're going into a place that is very loud. The 12th man, the Seattle Seahawks defense can get after you. Eddie Lacy will be a big part in this game. They got to be able to get the running game going.
Can I ask you about Aaron Rodgers? Because after that game, I was talking to a physical trainer who said Aaron Rodgers got to be in major pain after that game. That he had probably been on some meds during the game, and that he was really paying for it. I mean, it could really hurt him.
Well, you know, I think it's an injury that it's going to limit him. And I think when you look at Aaron Rodgers, you can see what kind of leader he is. He has a presence about him and inspiring people around him in that huddle. He will be limited mobility-wise, but this guy's got a special arm. He's got a good cast around him, and they got a pretty good defense as well.
And he's got experience.
Yes. Totally.
What about having been there before?
There's a lot to that, Charlie. I think when you look at Bill Belichick and Tom Brady, they've been in this situation. Chuck Pagano, Andrew Luck, their first championship game. And those 2 guys right there, you're looking at Brady and Belichick, they're special. Bill Belichick has a way of coming up with something creative. You know, last week they threw the ball 50 times. Against Indianapolis in Week 11, they ran the ball 40 times. So when you're playing against Bill Belichick, what package is he going to feature that week? And I think for Chuck Pagano and Andrew Luck, you know, they're on this magical run. I think this is going to be a classic matchup.
So what do you think about home field advantage? Talk about the Seattle Seahawks, because their reputation is they're the loudest fans in the league, some of them. And that there are some places in Seattle territory where they're not even selling cheese, because that's how seriously they're taking this. I was reading about this the other day. How big a deal is home field advantage?
Well, it is. I mean, although I will say that I lost 4 of those championship games at home in Pittsburgh, we had a pretty good advantage. So I think the biggest thing is it definitely helps the defense. I think when you're looking at their pass rush, it makes them, I mean, they're good to begin with, and it makes them even more special. And again, you talk about the mobility of Aaron Rodgers. It's going to be very important that they don't get into passing situations, long yardage situations, but it is a very difficult place to play. They are loud there.
Let me just say one quick thing. You have not enjoyed Super Bowl until you sat next to this guy for the entire game and listened to his commentary.
I bet
it's awesome.
Fun.
I've enjoyed it. Enjoy the game.
Great to see you. Green Bay plays Seattle for the NFC Championship on Sunday afternoon. Then Indianapolis and New England decide the AFC title. CBS Sports coverage of the AFC Championship begins with the NFL Today. That is Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 Central, here on CBS.